Peace. This is a meat and potatoes sorcery production starring myself, the Word Alchemist. And today's topic for the occult family is questions you always wanted to ask but didn't know how. So let me say this for those that don't know the history of the topic. When I first started doing this channel 4 years ago, I did a segment a year, maybe a year and a half into the genesis of my channel where I would just randomly pick up answers or questions through a psychic current. So what I would do is the subscriber, whatever they felt, I would just simply answer it off the top of my head. So I want to do that today. So let's just say it's made a brief return. So one of the questions that I am picking up right now is that there was a difference between when I did start the channel and to now. And what exactly was that? Well, besides my own work and getting myself out of a particular toxic situation, what it was, Lucifer, Lilith, and others improved my appearance, or what some humans or fluffy bunnies would say, glamour magic. And the other question I'm picking up is, how strong will your magic be in a toxic environment or somewhere you don't want to live at? To be totally honest with you, it's going to be very weak. And I've been through it, so let me say why. What's going to end up happening is that angels will try to work to get you out of that situation, but it'll be at a slower pace because that's just how angels work. Whereas demons, they will accelerate. Now, the downer part is you may not like the new place that you're at, but you can focus more. And demons will work vigilantly to get you out of a toxic situation. I've had demons that done jumped on some of my own family members. And when I say jumped on them, I mean jumped on them. Like literally, they were going to the hospital like every 2 weeks. Does Lilith have a dragon aspect? Yes, she does. I'm going to give you a chant how to connect with Lilith's dragon aspect. So Lilith does have a wolf and a dragon aspect. All right. Okay. What happens if someone touches your altar, like your mother or your children? Usually it depends on how they do it with children. They give them a little bit more grace. Your parents, they're not really getting that. And that's why it's always best to have your own place or at least share with somebody that is a practitioner of magic, because they won't go violating your stuff. Now, I want to speak about something that a lot of people may not be familiar with. It's called a Fuya. Now, the Fuya basically is the animal aspect of the soul that acts like a guardian. The only downside is if you really see the Fuya in real life or your animal aspect, that's letting you know that you're about to physically meet your demise. So how they come to you is usually in a dream, or you may have a vision of one. Then there's an exercise that you can do with a dagger to find out exactly what or who your Fuya is. And Fuya just means to accompany. That's all it means. Just an animal spirit. Mine is a fox. And this arcane, understanding is known amongst the Norse. So some may have a wolf or a bear. Those are popular. Like I said, mine is a fox, and even the Native Americans have talked about this. So with the Native Americans is that the fox has the ability to adapt to any situation, is highly intelligent, and also is known among some indigenous cultures to be a so-called practitioner or weaver of dark magic. So I wonder who would engage in dark magic. Someone did pose a question online that I want to answer real quick. Occult DNA, because witches and sorcerers are born. Whereas if you want to deal with the Lycan current or the vampiric current, that's more spiritual than anything else. Will demons raise your IQ if you practice magic? Yes, they've risen mine exponentially. And it wasn't low to begin with. So I want to give people this chant right here, right now for the family to connect with Lilith's dragon aspect. And you know how Mentor is. I always put the chants that I give in the comments situation. Oh, Lily to Nagatha. That essentially means hail Lilith, and you're attempting to connect with her dragon aspect. But wait, there's more. Now I'm going to give you a meditative mantra how you can connect and commune with your so-called beastal side or your spirit animal. Va va ha ma and you do it again like a meditative mantra, and that will connect you when you have your dreams with your spirit animal. And okay, do relationships end up lasting with someone that's not a practitioner of magic? No, they usually don't last. If anything was going to end up happening is that you, after I would say the so-called new car smell period, after 6 months or whatever, usually either one or the other is going to be looking for the front door. Can your pendulum or tarot cards be wrong? Yes, they can be wrong. If you're over dependent on tarot cards or pendulum cards, or you're in a funk, absolutely. They will give you wrong answers. It's best if you're in a good state of mind to use your pendulum or your tarot cards. So that's something that you may want to look into. What does the Qalipoth really deal with? The Qalipoth deals with the monsters in the subconscious of your mind. And demons on the other side are going to activate those monsters or that darkness within, so you can really, I would say, be humbled through putting your false ego in check and coming into your goddesshood or godhead. But the Qalipoth really just deals with the subconscious and the shadow that many of you keep trying to run away from. Good luck with that. So that's just basically a blast from the past of questions you always wanted to ask but didn't know how. So with that, that is your meat and potato sorcery for the day. I'm the Water Alchemist. Be water, my friends. Peace.